How Jude Bellingham and Brahim Diaz have given Real Madrid defensive balance. It feels right to start the new year with a new column. Today features some of the more unnoticed aspects of Brahim and Bellingham's respective profiles, Rodrygo blitzing defenders, and Camavinga's anticipated return. Rodrygo, dribbling at a transcendent level. Rodrygo has started to levitate. After a quiet first quarter of the season, he is unleashing a dribbling armageddon. His attacks have been nasty over the past 2 months. Even when he doesn't score, defenders don't know how to keep him from blowing by. There is always a purpose to the way Rodrygo maneuvers with the ball, somehow with ferocious pace as if he was running without it while the ball sticks to his feet. He wants to break lines, find openings, and get the ball to his teammates in the box when defenses barricade themselves in their end zone. The way he drives the ball forward with shoulder drops and step-overs full throttle is part of the reason why he leads La Liga in carries into the penalty area. Only 3 players in Europe, Jeremy Doku, Dejan Kulusevski, Kaoru Mitoma, have more carries into the opposition's box this season. When Rodrygo decides it's time cook, no one is stopping his barbecue session. Rodrygo is now 4th in the Big 5 leagues in carries into the penalty area. His dribbling has been on another level in past 2 months, even for his standard, 99th percentile in successful take-ons among all FWs. Rodrygo is an apex dribbler. There are not many you would take over him if you need to chip away at a low block with ingenuity. With Vinicius back now, it will be fun to see the Brazilian Diaz mesh and get into rhythm as the team heads into late winter, spring. Brahim Diaz, offering balance. Brahim continues to impress as his minutes grow. Through injuries, suspension, and his own great play, he has earned the trust of Carlo Ancelotti, and proven himself in a couple different roles in Ancelotti's new scheme. As either the 10, which he performed well in during Jude Bellingham's shoulder injury, or as the sidekick to Rodrygo up top. He's proven he can coexist alongside Bellingham in a double 10, or deeper, as a less involved roamer, or as a higher usage creator when Bellingham is not on the field. I always feel uncomfortable talking about silver linings in regards to injuries. No one wants any of these injuries that the team has been infested with this season. Having said that, absences to Vinicius and Bellingham over the course of the campaign have enabled Brahim to prove he's an important squad player, and he's performed at a high level now over a significant sample size. Brahim is a very capable creator, dribbler, and ferocious high-octane off-ball runner. But he also works really hard on defense, making him invaluable to Ancelotti. Brahim has also been great offensively, that part is more obvious. His ability to take up dangerous positions as a mobile, highly skilled roamer has given Bellingham an extra body to link up with. Brahim's prominence this season has reminded us why he was such a promising teenager, and how before contracting COVID, he was one of Serie A's best attacking midfielders. Under Stefano Pioli, he learned a lot about playing the 10 role, whereas up until that point, he was mostly a winger. Now he's both. His uptick in minutes, and how he's performed in those minutes, should mean that even when Vinicius returns, he should get a healthy dose of playing time off the bench. It's worth remembering that even in a down year last season, Brahim was second in Serie A in goal-creating actions. Only 7 players in the Big 5 leagues had more goal-creating actions per 90. Jude Bellingham, a defensive point of view. Sometimes we spend too much time discussing what Jude Bellingham's positioning actually is. Many argue he's a striker, especially those outside of Real Madrid circles who don't breathe his games the same way. They only look at his goal tally. Others look at him as a multifunctional midfielder who can affect the game in other ways. Does it really matter at this point? What is most pertinent is that he's on the field, scoring goals, creating them, and balancing the team's defensive equilibrium by being an attacker who presses, tracks, and helps escape pressure. Football has become so fluid, so athletic, that we're starting to see little parallels to modern-day basketball positionalism, switchability, interchangeability, multifunctionality. LeBron James can play across all 5 positions. In football, you can't quite go as deep as 11 position, but in this current Real Madrid squad, you already have several players who can play several positions. Bellingham is one of them. He currently leads La Liga in goals, through balls, and blocks. He's second in passes into the penalty area. He whips balls into the box like a visionary, executed with perfection through high degree of difficulty scenarios.
Thanks for watching NY Sports News. Stay tuned for more updates.